That's a man squabbles out. That's a man squabbles out. That's a man squabbles out. That's a man squabbles out.
All right, folks, welcome to the first Christmas special. There might be more. If you haven't noticed, we're ready for Christmas. We've got the suit, we've got the hat, and we've got the price predictions. We've even got the jingle bells back here. I hope everyone's had an amazing day. And let's take a little bit of time, go over some ideas and some prices, and then maybe we'll sit down and look at some alt ideas as well. And I think what I'll do today, after I'm done going over the market with everyone, is I'm going to leave the stream up, pumping some music maybe, and we'll just let everybody come in at their leisure and check out the ideas at the beginning of the video. Got to check here. We should probably get the tunes rolling again. Thanks so much for being in here, guys. I see we've got a handful of people in here hanging out already. Big shout out to JR. Big shout out to David B. And really nice to see people stopping in, saying hello. Okay, so step back a bit so we can go over what we were watching. I think the last video we were in this pattern, and we were looking for that break down below the bearish retest and the run down. We did get that, which changed our curve idea. All right, so as the patterns or the price action changes, we have to be willing to move our trend ideas around a little bit as well. So at that point, we switched our curve to here, and we've had 3 rejections at our level so far. This time it's looking to push. So we're really watching this level to see if we can make our way back up into here. Maybe try this top area again. Ultimately, for me personally, I'm still looking for this run down. Again, anything can happen. This is crypto. We can't make the predictions. We can give out 2 different ideas of levels we're going to hit if we see certain things happen. So right now we're getting rejected on this pattern idea, and the idea for me is that we're going to continue in a downtrend. But again, the bulls could show up at any moment and completely blow everybody's mind. So what we'll be watching for again is this larger trend idea down here. If we were going to come down drastically and catch a bounce, we'd be hoping to do it somewhere down here. On the smaller time frame, again, we're really in this range. So I'm watching for this area. I'm looking for us to break down from here to here, or I'm looking for us to be able to get out of this zone and hold, and then start pushing up to either this top falling wedge idea or these support resistance levels. Okay. As far as dominance goes, maybe I'll switch to my other chart for this one. Okay, so as far as dominance goes, we're still looking at the same thing. We're watching to see us lose this 57 area. That's what we'd really like to see happen. If we can lose this level down here. Are you cutting out continuously? You might be. Yeah, so if we can lose this level here, that's where I really think we're going to start to see altcoins be beneficial for us. So we're just patiently waiting for that moment to happen. Okay, we've already broken this rising range here. We've already broken it. So now what we need is something crazy to happen here that's going to lead us into alt season. It's probably going to scare everybody. Everyone's going to think that the world is ending, and then exactly what we expect to happen will happen. So we just have to be patient for that. Watching total. Again, we were really hoping to hold this range. And at this point, it would be nice to see us push back in there for us to remain bullish on overall ideas. We really don't want things to just become slow, drawn out, and boring right now. That would go against what we want for Christmas. Out more than in. Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure. Everybody's been having problems with that lately. I'm not sure what's going on with the because everything says it's great on my end, but I can tell just by looking out of the corner of my eye that this page is giving me some trouble here. So let's just hope it works itself out. If it becomes an annoyance, just tell me and I'll shut it right off. Hopefully we can get it to work out. Might just mean I have to go in and dial some things down a bit. Okay, so now that we're looking at this other pattern, or this other set of charts, we'll go back over, because I believe this is what we made last time when we were live, is we made all this. And so basically we were over here watching for us to drop down ranges, and now we've just kind of been playing in these areas. Again, though, I mean, this is just like a range idea. It's more important that we look at those pattern ideas that I shared on the other list. At the end of the day, they're kind of the same idea, but I'm looking at this potential falling wedge idea on the higher time frames. Okay, so now we'll burn down through some of the alts. Okay, so a bit of a higher time frame here. Not much has changed on our overall outlook. When we go down and see everything, we're going to see that we're just really kind of sitting where we thought we would. Again, large falling wedge idea, consolidation, small rising wedge. We break below. We're looking to bearish retest and make our way and push down. That's going to give us our higher ideas here. So we're really looking to see these levels, get a nice bounce, volume come back, and make our push here. Same thing with Soluna. Soluna really has to hold this level, or else we could see, you know, that nasty little pullback that'll scare everyone just before it moves anyways. But ideally, this range is almost finished. Excuse me. So it doesn't necessarily mean up or down. Sometimes this can, you know, obviously this one played up. This one doesn't have to play down. What we're looking for is we're looking for this range to finally end and it to have to make a move. So we're getting to that point where we're going to be consolidating in this area and we're going to have to make a choice. So that's what we're watching for. Yeah, the GRT levels we were looking for were somewhere down here. Now, it didn't quite push immediately to those. But I mean, I think that goes along with what you were looking for, right, David? I think you wanted to see the old, you were calling it the stiletto pattern. So maybe this is your stiletto forming right now. And maybe once your shoe will fill, and then away it will go. But these would be some lower level ideas, just based on this wick and this previous price action here. You'd really be looking to catch something in this area. Okay. B&B. Okay, yes, yeah. We were kind of looking at this pattern, and then we were looking at it breaking out of it and ranging here. So obviously it's trying really hard to hold some levels in this area. So if it's going to continue on being bullish, it's going to have to be able to hold these levels. We had resistance here, turn support, and then now it's trying to turn support. So what we need to see, you need to see some type of a bullish pattern forming on this support level, because that's how we get two pieces of information at the same time. Not only do we have the fact that we're testing this level, but if we can see some type of a pattern here form that gives us confidence, then we're gonna be happy about that. Right now, it's looking more like a continuation triangle than anything. Like right now, it is a continuation pattern, but there's not enough data to confirm that, and it's only going to be a couple of candle prints away from being, something that looks more bullish. We don't have the data in on the small time frames to make that decision just yet. It could end up becoming a bullish situation like this, and the bottom could be in. So this is what we're looking for. And we're just watching at these levels what patterns we form, making our entry ideas at the bottoms, stop loss close, or making our entry ideas on those breakout retests, stop loss close. Honestly, that's what I'm really hoping for everything right now. I would really love to see one more big, bloody, 3-day mess where people are panicking. That would just be the deal sealer for a lot of people. Yeah, there you go, exactly. Okay, so even Trump coin is getting to the point where it's almost worth gambling on. Not financial advice. I mean, we're really looking for these lower levels to catch and hold here. We're going to need to see that last drop. Stuff like this, though, keep those stop losses really close, because there's not enough data on this to be super confident. But again, if we're going to start to turn bullish, patterns like these that are going to respond. And you're going to come down here, you're going to get a double touch, and then these things are going to just boom run. Now, they might not make higher highs before they ultimately roll down over to finally get to that dollar. But it's, again, I'm looking for things that are in these patterns. I'm looking to catch these levels and have them hold. Catch a bounce, move my stop loss into profit, and hope that that's the time it makes that run and goes away for me. If not, I got my low entry, I put my stop loss in profit, and I'm not too worried about it anyways. Okay, link. Didn't really get too far. Actually, we kind of just rejected and rolled. We've been going back down for that double bottom. But again, we're still really watching for this range. Okay, so range, break up, out, make a move, range, down into a new range, up into a new range. So we're looking to see when this breaks, what level it's going to break to. Yeah, it's just constant. Yeah, it's one after another. What this is going to tell us is that we are getting to the point where a move is inevitable, and then we can, use our support resistance levels and our pattern ideas, make our entries on our ideas, and take little loss if we're incorrect. Much better to get in down here and then get out because you were wrong than to get in up here and then roll. So we're looking for this falling wedge pattern to give us some kind of a reversal. And head back up, test this pattern again. And we should hold. All the way up until we don't, because the trend is your friend to the end, all the way until it isn't anymore. But ideally here, we hold, we play in this range, and we keep this range. And it's a nice bounce trade if you're able to get in on these levels and catch a run back up again. I mean, obviously here, this pullback, and then we get this small break, and then this pullback is when the big entries went in and we made our big run up to the top of the pattern. So we're looking for the same idea here, right? A little bit of a push, and then a bring back down to confirm, and then you get your bigger push up. I can't for the life of you tell me why this computer is now having trouble processing playing simple music in the background. XRP playing in our same spot, really nothing crazy's happened here. Now again, virtual I do have ideas for on the other one, so I'm gonna just pass off on that. Steve Hickey, nice to see ya. Happy Friday and Merry Christmas early to you, my friend. Yeah, I think honestly a lot of things are starting to look really good on those higher time frames. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to be a little more patient, but I'm really starting to see a lot of things looking great. It's just, you know, picking our moments and getting our ideas in now, and executing on some of those plans before things go stupid parabolic, and then we get caught up in the emotions of the market. Right? Now's the time to plant your seeds and get your ideas out. Weekly. Now again, I have a lot of stuff for this on the other list, but I'm not going to do that. What I will do is we'll go over the same ideas here. Basically what I'm looking at on a lot of stuff like this is this range and us to catch support. I believe I have this pulled back. This is your top, no matter what. So we're looking to catch a bounce on a support resistance level here from previous. Remember, this is a 3-day time frame, so this stuff's going to take a while. But being that the price is way down here, when's a better chance to start entering on long ideas? An entry down here with a bounce. I mean, how many times are we going to bounce off of this level before we actually make the move? And should you be looking to get in on these lower ideas? Not yet, JR. I can double check that exactly, but I don't think there is yet. That's kind of going to be the icing on the cake, is when we get that next double bottom drop and we see the divergence. Because right now we're in those wedges, but we're not seeing that yet. So that's kind of like part 3 of the plan, is we're waiting to see those divergences on it. And we're staying pretty true for now. Yeah, we're staying pretty true. I wouldn't say there's any just yet, but that's what we're wanting, right? We want to see that trigger wave happen. We want the price to drop. We want the trigger wave to come in here, the nice blue wave to come in shorter. Let me switch to my other side for a couple of these. Cody, not really too worried about. Cody's just kind of fallen right through even that level we were watching, so I'd really like to see Cody be able to push back up in here before I'd be too concerned about it. Hey, Rydek, nice to see you, man. Happy Friday. Hope everything's well with you and the fam. In case you don't know, you found the Christmas special.
Here we go.
27 cents for Cody. Ooh. Ooh. He's up there.
Here we go.
27. I mean, it's not impossible. The good news is that it's got to make a move here soon. The bad news is I'm not sure what's going on with this project nowadays. Is it even doing anything? Does anybody even know if this thing's still survived? It was all the rave back here, obviously. This run was insane. Yeah, it could do very well. We're waiting for these DeFi coins to turn for higher highs and completely blow everybody's mind when dominance pulls back. Remember, we haven't seen Bitcoin dominance below 58 in 5 years. So when we see it happen, my goodness, it could really push these numbers quick. At this point, it's just in such a low and go stage. It's gonna be slow and grow. You're gonna have to grind your way up there, man. Absolute grind fest. Or just set an alert because it'll be one of the ones that just goes rolls right back over. And then Ada's right down in the zone of you better turn around, Ada. But again, we've got this idea on Ada, and we're looking for this to rotate here. TA says Ada's about as bad as it's going to get. We're going to hold this level. If we don't, we're in trouble, and then that's going to start to make pushes up. I believe in Ada. I also happen to believe that if you're looking at Ada, that we are somewhere here. Which means we got a little more time to go before this cycles around and up. And these, in my opinion, these are realistic targets when we finally get this nice push up, right? We got that higher high and everybody was super hopeful. We got to get this higher low here. This has to hold and start running up this curve. Yeah. That's, you know what, even people that are just getting into this market now are going to be very happy compared to people that get in when it's all hyped up. Like if you know, if you come to your computer for a year and everybody's tickle pink about how much money they're making, and then finally one day you're like, you know what, I'm sick of everybody else making all this money, and you like FOMO yourself in, it's gonna hurt. If you get into this space and you just start now, when you see those runs, it's gonna change everything. I mean, you're so used to like drudging through the mud and the swamp of just getting pulled on constantly, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see momentum take a turn for a few months, and you're just gonna have a blast. Yeah, 2021. Ish. See, 2021, that whole year was the run. How far did it go before we hit 2022? In that year, it almost did the full return, right? That's wild. Nasty stuff. But again, we're looking in the future here, and I really see ADA having no problems at all making its way back up to those levels here. Let me do it like this. Not trying to make hopium charts over here. I am trying to keep it real, but this is really the idea, in my opinion, long term for this stuff. That's what everybody's saying. Is like, is it alt season? Is it alt season? Well, it depends. If you're trying to immediately trade Shrek candles, no, it's not alt season. But if you're trying to catch this run by being smart, slowly making your entries when the prices are low, and catching these pullbacks and these bounces, then yes, it's alt season. It's time to be buying for alt season, not financial advice. Never take advice from a long-haired man in a Santa suit on YouTube. Ever. Especially when he's got the hip-hop on in the background. Okay, so the same thing with Doge, right? We've hit these levels where we're right down at the ultimate lows for these things. Is everyone right and Bitcoin goes to zero and alts go with it? Or is everyone wrong and we are about to hit the bottom for some of these alts and turn up? $2017, yeah. So I would have been just getting into stuff at that point. I don't even think I would have been exclusively. I think my group opened in late 2017 or early 18. Yeah, clearly he's been around. He's seen the price action. He's been in the trenches, man. Post-traumatic crypto stress from seeing what this market can do to people. Yep. I'm with you. At one point, I was sitting on 5 or 6 Bitcoin. I think the price average was around 3-4K a Bitcoin. But as a trader, did I hold it? No. I traded it, and I continue to trade. That's just one of the things that you have to accept as a trader, is anytime that holding works out, you might not be a part of that because you trade. Yeah, we're not seeing the same kind of sporadic. I would agree. I think it's different now, but I think it has to be different. I mean, with all the money coming in, all the fact that they're trying to make like a Federal Reserve for Bitcoin now, it almost has to calm down and become a little more boring and a little more mature. Whether that's good or bad, I can't really tell. I'm leaning towards bad. It's going to take the power from people, put it back in the hands of institutions and shit. Which is why we all came here to avoid such things. And then this is all where it's going to mow down anyways. Alright, so I mean, Zeus here. Come on, this is a freebie. This is a freebie for Christmas. Look at that volume candle, okay? Look at that volume candle. Look at this pattern. You tell me what this coin's about to do. I'm not telling you what this is gonna do. You tell me. Well, that's just it, right? There's always a pump. And if you make the commitment that you're not going to be a hodler and that you're going to build a trading strategy and do day trading and just make out simple plans, as long as you can bring in your 1 to 2% a day, you are laughing. Heck, 0.5% a day if you've got a big enough trade position. Pay your bills. So you're not really concerned about Bitcoin going from 8,000 to 28,000. As long as it's willing to go from 28,000 to 29,000 in a day, you can do all right. But then again, never put all your eggs in one basket. There's nothing wrong, especially if you're an enthusiast of crypto. There's nothing wrong with having the odd, hodl bag where it's stuff that you've bought low on ideas that it'll go high. Just making sure it all fits in your strategy. I'm personally a Tether person. I spend a majority of my time in Tether. And when I execute my trades, and I'm back in Tether before I go to bed. I sleep like a baby. Right? Isn't that crazy to think? Wow, what a story, man. Got in at 45 and got out at 37 and lost money. I've heard so many people that have the craziest stories about doing stuff like, or they got in at say 50 and sold at 70 thinking they had made the best trade in their life. I mean, who could have even tried to predict that Bitcoin was going to actually roll out as fast as it did? It's almost like there's a secret organization of wealthy, well-equipped people backing it. CIA. Sorry about that. Frog in my throat. All right, Cookie, we've been watching Cookie as well. But I was really hoping to see some volume push here. I'm waiting to see some volume here. Yeah, no, I got the wrong hat on to be talking like that, don't I? Same thing like with this though. We've got this nice long drawn out pattern where everything is kind of pulled over here a bit. But like JR said earlier, are we seeing divergence on the higher time frames? And we're not just yet. So we're not seeing divergence here, but what I would like to see maybe is I would like to see a bit of a push and a higher low, and then we'll see some divergence on that. You couldn't believe I sold. How do you know? There's a guy that wakes up every day and cries in the mirror about the fact that he paid $1 billion for a couple of pizzas. It's just, this is crypto. I remember having this big great plan to spend, I think at one point just before my son was born, we had like 28,000 saved up, and we were going to spend 15,000 of that on Bitcoin. And at that time, the price, I think, was only $400 a Bitcoin. Didn't do it. Did not do it. But I still have the book where we were sitting down together. He was on the way, and we were organizing, like, whether this would be a good investment and breaking down the money. And every once in a while, I'll look at that little book and just get mad at myself. Just a little bit. But that's how it goes, right? Am I upset about anything? Not a chance. I've been able to use trading to completely change my life. I haven't had to go work for someone else in years. Me and my son have all of our time together, and I'm debt-free at 35 years old, even after a crazy divorce. So I can't complain. Not looking to get rich. I'm just looking to get through. Drinking rye and mean mugging the book. Oh boy. It's the Christmas way. Yeah, thanks, Jared. That's all I ever set out to do, was just have my time with my son and not break my back for people anymore. Go build houses for people in the freezing cold all day so that they can drive a nice car and you can be hungry. No thanks. I'm actually really grateful for COVID when it happened and how it happened, because that was kind of like the icing. That was me finally being like, you know what? I've already got the group. I'm already doing some trading. It's already going well. Why am I dealing with all this chaos? I'm going to commit full time to this, and I'm just not going to look back. And that was 5 years ago, so. Pi network. I never want to talk about this, but it's going to be the one that just completely shatters people's brains. I still don't want to talk about it, though. Okay, so we have been watching AI Rig. We got a really nice break out of our pattern. Like a very nice break. And we were looking to see if we could hold on this curve idea, right? Like break out of this curve, retest, and keep pushing. So that's kind of what we're watching for still right now. Somewhere along here. We want to see that higher low. And now we need to see a higher high for this to keep pushing. Wow. What a number. At least we all get to live with the... I mean, if that doesn't make us humble, I don't know what ever could. You'll get it. It'll come to you. You can only be like this close to making it so many times before you finally do. Like the amount of times that we've entered trades or had trades open where if we just played it a little differently, it would have changed our lives. You can only do that so much before finally, boom, you get it. So every time I've been that close to the greatest moment of my life, I just take it as a blessing, right? Because it means you're walking the right path. And one of these times, man, you're going to hit the nail right on the head. That's right. I'm a true believer. Now, that being, okay, before I say it, there are some people that get the short end of the stick in this world. That's a fact. But I'm a true believer that a lot of times the world will give back what you put in. Cubic, same idea. Not much has changed. We're We're looking to see what happens down in this level. When the price finally hits here and everybody's alerts finally go off, then we're going to get to see how everybody reacts. I mean, we are right down there, guys. We are right down at these levels. Ideally, we kind of got to move our idea over a little bit now, don't we? But this is still the same thing that we're going for here. We're looking for it to pull down into this level and then start to make its reverse. And again, when we're seeing these ideas start to play out for us, we have our aggressive entry ideas with our stops below, or we're waiting for a breakout retest, which is a lot less safe in my opinion. Because nothing says that you won't see this form. And then you get stuck buying the top, and you take another trip all the way down to the bottom. So in my opinion, these lower entries, though risky still, are often better than these higher entry ideas. Nothing says that won't just go whoosh. Psych you out and then do it over here, right? Then next thing you know, it looks like this. And you chose to, get in here. So I like these entries. Yeah, 100%. If you get in down here, you make it to here and then say, okay, you know what? I'm pulling 50% off the table and I'll leave half of it with my stop loss and profit. And that's a win trade. And then if it does make that breakthrough, you're laughing. If it doesn't, you got a successful trade and you're stopped out in profits. Just that sheer hopium that when it gets here, you're going to make your entry, catch the perfect bounce, and run. I mean, how many times do people get caught in that before it finally gets to the end of the pattern and makes that run? So you just get used to seeing that stuff after a while too, and then you can start to use it on your small time frames as well. Like a lot of times your lower entries are the better idea, in my opinion. Breakout trading is so dangerous. Now, if you're in a full-on bull market, if alts go completely bullish and we know we're in a bull run, breakout trade all day. That's fine. But how are you breakout trading in a fucking bear market? Part of my language. You can't do it. Yeah, so you were hoping to see PayPay do a bounce here. I think someone wanted us to keep an eye on it. I was saying, it would be nice if it bounces here and you get another push up on this curve idea. But if we don't do it, we might just kind of get boring and lame down here for a while and then try. So I think we're getting the boring and lame version here, where it's just kind of died out on us a bit. Still watching for the same thing though. It's just unfortunately it could roll around and do a bearish retest now on this level. Really want to see it get back in there and make another push. No, not quite. I'm gonna say Shiba's the first one, but it's not. No divergence yet. Same thing though. That's what we're looking for, is this next one, to have it on it. We're gonna see this price push and hold, and we're gonna see this indicator just max out. If this is gonna happen right now. Shiba actually looks great. even for a smaller run here. Even just to get from this range up to here would be a nice run, without even worrying about, you know, making it all the way up to the top of this pattern. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, can it hold and push? Break right out of there and push. So these were our levels when we were up here, and we did come right down to those levels. But again, now we have to see if we're going to hold them and push up this pattern. Gala kind of pulled a Pepe on us. Instead of holding that line like we were hoping, just kind of rolled through it. I wouldn't say that it's, you know, dead by any means, because it's still a great looking chart. We're just going to have to wait a little more patiently here. Change one of our ideas. Well, actually, you know what? On the daily, that does look like a cleaner line. So maybe we just had our line in the wrong spot on that one. That does look much cleaner, doesn't it? You get 1, 2, 3, and come down for this fourth touch here. It looks so bad. I deleted all the charts. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. It's at that. I think at this point, I don't think it looks horrifying, but I think it really needs to. We need to see that. We need to see a reaction at this level. 100%. Now, let me get rid of some of this chaos. It's getting a little busy, isn't it? Obviously, this thing didn't hold and run. I don't know how much farther you'd have to draw that out. But either way, that means consolidation for quite some time, if that's what it's going to be. If it's going to pull out that far. Yeah, I'd be watching. What? 003? 004, 003, anything below that, and I'd be pretty flippin' nervous. I'll have him bringing the chart back up here in a triangle peak. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things here where it needs to get some volume and make a move. My goodness, that is quite the run. Might just to surprise everybody. But again, like you said, if it's a gaming token and the game is not doing anything, it's gonna be a pretty big struggle for it to do well. Big time, David. There's a lot of things that we just looked at that are super consolidated and due to make a big move. And those are the ones that are going to have my attention right now over the ones that don't have those patterns. I'm looking for the low patterns. I'm looking for the low entries. Falling wedge down to a support idea. It's not quite down there yet, but it's on its way. This is where we are right now. And this is where we're sitting right. I mean, we could be right here. We could literally be right here. Now, it doesn't mean that alt season happens next week. That's not what that means. But it certainly means that's not the one I want. It's twice now I've done that. I want bar patterns. That means we could go sideways for 6 more months. But is this the best time to get into alt season? Yes or no? Are these low points the best entries you're going to get in this market? Yes or no? You know, if you catch a run down here, it's 200%. 265. If you wait for here to catch this run, you need a much, much, much bigger run to get 265%. Film and movies. Yeah. We'll pull back and check it out again. It's right now. I mean, it's definitely one of the ones that's long and drawn out from its previous price action. That's for sure. Sui, really thinking that it's got a little more dropping to do, but I guess it could very well catch a bounce up here. Be looking at these lower time frames still, trying to draw out some type of a range to break. Yeah, see, everything's getting long, drawn out, and boring. Long, drawn out, and boring. Long, drawn out, and boring. something is going to happen. Yeah, if you start pulling past, well, I mean, I would hold it to this pattern level. But anything below that, that's where I will draw in this idea instead. Like, if we break this main level, then yeah, at this point, if there's any hope, it's going to survive some type of another accumulation phase and hopefully not pull back too far. But if it can't hold these levels, I agree. It's not looking too good. They're checking midnight. More data. Used to use market cap for all that data. Sonic. Big volume spike. For Sonic here. So I would definitely be paying attention to the volume spiking. No divergence. We're staying pretty true with price action for now. But still looking to see that reversal. BTU looking to hold here. I'll add night. I'll check it out. But yeah, if it's fresh, there's probably not much to pull up on it yet. Just a couple weeks, yeah, okay. It's hard for my technical analysis brain to go into things with no data and make decisions. Full return. Wow. Full return. Check. What is going on with YouTube these days? Look at this thing. Fell right through. Didn't even try to hold that level. It just fell. But again, this is new enough now that there's no data below this point. I mean, if it can't hold this level, that's it. We don't have another level to look at. So better hold there. That was a quick breakout, retest, and run to the top idea. And then an immediate pullback down. To me, that validates this pattern idea. So I would assume we're going to catch here. And we haven't broke it in 6 years. So if we continue to hold it, amazing. If we break that level, problematic. And then these are newer ones, I think, that we've added for other people. Oof. Nice volume spikes back here. Definitely be keeping an eye on this. And we are super consolidating here. Like that price is pinching like crazy right there. Well, it's much better to be prepared than convinced anyways. That's probably not a bad thing regardless. We're just trying to take the information we have and make the best decisions we can with it, so. Where do these two lines go? Pretty far back. Okay, we're going to cut the music and we're going to get ready to wrap up for today, I think. When I do get off today, I'll go through and I'll see what in the world is happening. I'm not sure why we're bouncing around and being so jumpy. The OBS is responding very crazy today. I think I'll leave the charts up for people if they want to come on and look at Bitcoin later on. I'm going to go at some point here and go spend the day with my boy and get a couple of things handled around here. I will be on the Discord for anyone that's in the Discord. I'm always on the Discord. I have a tablet and or screen in every home, so I'm always in the group for the members. And then the old gold replica. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Rydick. Nice to see you, man. I hope that I hope everybody's doing well and that you and the fam have a great Christmas, eh? And that you wake up on Christmas Day and $8 is $10. Yeah, I'll probably just leave Bitcoin up with some tunes going. Hopefully, if I can get that sorted out. But yeah, I'll be on again to go over some stuff before Christmas happens, anyways. So thanks for stopping in, man, and we'll see you next time. What I'll probably do is end this stream when I do, and then I'll start a fresh one. That way I can take 5 minutes and try to figure out why it's being so glitchy. I'll switch back to this. And back to this. Yeah, so that's not much has changed on our idea. We are looking to get rejected here and continue in the downward direction. So we have two areas here. If we break below here, we're looking to take it level for level in this box. If we can manage to break above this, the next thing we need to break is this and this. And so we need to push and break this level back into the 94 and back up. If we cannot do that, it's looking an awful lot like we're going to roll and push to lower targets. So this is what we're watching for. Those are the levels that we're watching for. And like I said, this will be up. Let me cancel this stream and spend 20 minutes figuring out what's going on, and I'll just put charts back up with some music. Thank you guys so much for coming by today. I appreciate it a lot. I will be on to do another stream before Christmas, probably 2 if I can. But I'll take it by ear. If nothing at all happens in the market, I might just enjoy a little extra time with the boy for Christmas. So, but mark my words, if anything happens outside of what we just talked about, I will be back with my hat and all of my ideas. All right, guys, thanks for your time, and we will catch you on the next one or the live later when I just post the charts. Merry Christmas to everyone, and let us grow.